Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special one-year anniversary edition of Ace Your Space with your host, Michelle Chatterchick. Hello!
Yay! Alrighty.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's great. Thanks. That is awesome, isn't
Wow,
it?
a standing ovation for our one-year anniversary.
Wow, look at all those people out there.
A standing ovation all for Michelle Chatterchick. Hello here, folks.
Well, actually, I think this could be for Chucky Shoulders Shazer.
I don't know, someone threw a rotten tomato at me. Just now, clean it off.
Oh, that's terrible. Well, I'd like to welcome everybody that's listening to our 13th hour of Ace Your Space. And it truly is, it's 1 year today.
Incredible.
And it's incredible. This fabulous show is brought to you by the great folks at Ace Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical Supplies, 667 South Delsey Drive, right in Vineland, New Jersey. And that's where we are both employed, huh?
Yes. Love it every day.
We love our job. That's why we're here
And you
today.
cannot forget teamace.com if you want some more information.
Teamace.com. We're going to give you a lot of information today. We're going to do maybe a little rundown of the past year. And we have a very, very special guest today. It took a lot to get this person here. We're not going to tell you if it's a man or a woman. We're just going to surprise you in a little bit. And it's an honor that they're here today.
It is. And the funny thing is we all know Kris Kringle, legendary Santa Claus, right?
Absolutely.
I booked him in November, and that was that was unbelievable.
Yes.
I was able to get a hold of him.
Yes.
We could hear the elves in the background. Remember that?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, they were so busy.
Memories.
And I honestly do believe that you one-upped me.
I may have, but I also believe that you kind of helped me a little bit. I needed that push from you to, I had to persuade the person to get here. They're very, very humble, so that's probably why they didn't come here today. But they're going to be here very shortly, and pretty soon we'll be able to introduce you to that special person. But first, we're going to I'm going to make sure that Chuck got his lift in today. I mean, if you could see Chucky's shoulders with baby Luca. Did you lift today with Luca? Baby Luca?
I didn't get to lift weights this morning because, unfortunately, the little guy is a cold. So I was up several times last night.
Wow.
But he's doing great though. Other than that, we have a humidifier. I'll take care of it. And
his first baby cold.
Before you know, he'll be in Chuck's body shop, as I call it, my gym. He'll be lifting the plastic weights. He'll be hollow, of course, but he'll feel like he's doing something with that, and that'll be cool.
Did you name that shop, or did the fearless leader that's coming today name that for you?
You know what? I think it was just Chuck's gym, and I believe that I think he did name it, if the memory serves me correctly. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Chuck, June 23rd was our very first show a year ago. And
hard to believe.
Do you remember who the guest was at that time?
I do remember.
Because I'm going to remind you.
I think I do. Give me a little.
Well, the rain. The name rhymes. The last name would rhyme with hijacker.
Wait a second. I think I know who you're talking about. You might be talking about William Hacker. Is that
William Hacker?
Oh,
and
goodness.
boy, did he hack the show because he loved it so much. He did such a great
Great job. Yeah,
he really did.
He's been in the industry for years, so he was able to answer technical questions. And one thing that I remember from a year ago is that he was infatuated with the American Standard ActiClean toilet.
Yes, he was.
He was really enamored with Howie Mandel's portrayal of that.
Yes, he
And
was.
if you're listening, Bill, I know you remember that segment, and you can still
he hasn't seen.
Grab your ActiClean toilet.
He does that when he's on his ActiClean because he's got the TV in the bathroom. The little TV that we sell for the bathrooms. He has that in there. He has that whole casing.
You can clean the toilet. Just press the button. It's done. Like a
Very
dishwasher.
nice. And this show actually came about. It's almost like a fluke. The general manager Carl just happened to be at Ace Plumbing, and he was trying to, I think, sell for the football. In November, Millville Vineland football. I think he was trying, and then he just mentioned, Michelle, do you know of anyone? Do I know of anyone? Do I know of anyone that can take a spot for 1 hour at WVLT?
Now, did the light bulb go off immediately, or did you have to chew on that for a bit?
I'm not sure if I ran into the general manager right away, or if I waited. That part I don't remember. I just knew that if we could, we belong here because we have great products and we love what we do and who we do it for, and we should be able to express that on this platform.
Absolutely.
Right.
And when you told me about it, I said, wow, that would be very interesting. I've always loved broadcast as like kind of like a hobby.
Yes,
and
so you, Chuck.
And I was like, wow, I thought about that. It was very exciting.
And
I'm glad that happened.
And I want to thank you for dedicating a year with me, because I could never do this without you. You had so much happen this year, and you stayed with me, for our show, and I really appreciate that, because I could never do the show without you.
It's my pleasure.
Obviously, I could not.
I love it.
It's been a great year. It's been a great year professionally and personally, especially for you personally. The growth that you had this year, Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, I have a little family member.
Yes, you added a family member. We both won awards.
Yeah.
I named my dog's name that I don't have yet. I mean, that's a big move for me. You know what I mean?
It was a big year. It's been a big year for Reese. I mean, with Short Comfort,
We
Irene, I mean, huge.
We had a lot of counter days in the past year, from June to June. I mean, we've had people. They drove across the state to be on this show.
They did, yeah.
Truly, just to be here for an hour with us. They would drive 2 to 3 hours just to be here with us.
One of my favorite shows from the past year was definitely the Sean Beck show.
I knew it.
Because my goodness, I mean, you want to talk about folks,
Light
exquisite
ovation.
lighting that will when your guests come to visit you, they'll see this light and it'll make such a huge impression, and they're so beautiful. And it's an heirloom piece you can pass down, and there's something for every price range when it comes to the Sean Beck line. The crystal, the prism effect you get when the light hits it, absolutely gorgeous, and you can see that in their showroom at 667 South Dusty Drive in Vineland.
That happens to be my favorite part of the showroom. It really does. It's just, and I get to walk through there quite a bit, because I walk the contractors through there to get up to their classes that we have at Ace Academy, right?
Ace Academy.
As Ace Academy. That's what we call it now, right? So that's very special that actually the manufacturers played in with us for a year. And, look at Carol coming from PA. Oh, stay down the shore, Michelle, just to be on the show. And that was A.O. Smith. I don't know if you could see our shirts, but there's A.O. Smith. We love A.O.
I don't
Smith.
think they can miss these shirts.
These
As a matter of fact, if I have to run back home after the show, I'm going to be safe.
Well,
they can see me.
Yeah, I mean, it's a safety tee. I mean, I have to wear this. I mean, I already broke my toe, so I have to wear the safety tee. In fact, my boss said if I'm entering his building, for me to make sure I have my steel toes if I plan to ever come to work.
You're going to need one of those football players with shoulder pads.
I wasn't even at work. I mean, I was socializing, and I turn, and boom, I hit my toe. So.
Instead of the construction hat, you can have a football helmet on.
You know what? We're going to have a little toe helmet.
We can do the wrap on it. John loves wraps.
You know what? I bet you I can get that made.
Wrap on it.
Yeah, you think the GM, he'll approve that for me? Right? I can't even get my car wrapped. I'm trying. It's too expensive. And, the way I drive, they're like, I don't know, Michelle, the water heaters will look like they're doing this if you...
And actually, the people that are listening may have seen the Ace Plumbing, Heating, Electrical Supply trucks out there with wrapped beautifully, looking good all over South Jersey, doing the transfer between the stores. And
I wonder if anybody has seen our billboards. I wish they would give me a quick call if they did. Those billboards are beautiful.
Yes.
Right?
They are.
If anybody's seen the billboards, in fact, if you tell me where one's at and you call in and let me know, I'm going to give them a gift at the store. 856-696-0092 is the call-in number.
So so if they tell you where they saw
the
information that you need.
Yes.
That's not bad.
You want to repeat that in a very straight way so they understand how to get a gift.
If you have seen our Ace Plumbing, Heating, Electrical Supplies trucks around South Jersey, if you can remember where you saw that, call us here at Cruising 92.1 at 856-696-0092, and Michelle will have something for you at the store.
Now, I have a lot more to go over, but I'm dying to introduce.
You want to skip ahead? Because I know we have announcements and so on and so forth.
We do. We have a lot of announcements, but I see that they just, they pulled in and everything. So.
Oh, well, let's introduce this mystery guest.
The mystery guest. I'm going to start off, and I'm going to let you, since we don't have anything written about this, because we weren't really sure if they would actually come. Looks like we got a caller. We might get a caller. I'm not sure.
So we actually, you know what? Let's take that caller. Hello, welcome to Ace Your Space on Cruising 92.1. How you doing? Doing great, sir.
Oh boy.
Oh, yes, we certainly do.
Who? And don't, are you the gentleman that,
Got it,
are you
sir.
the gentleman that painted that for us? You know what? I'm going to take, you're not black. I got to guess. Who, can we ask who you are? Absolutely, Jack. Jack Messiano. I got something special for you, Jack. I do. Beautiful. And I'm not there to give you a gift, but I will get your phone number instead of repeating it on here. I mean, unless you want to for business. 609 405 2215. We have a nice gift there for you for calling in and getting this one, getting it straight for us. Very good. How did you like the message? Can you tell me what the message is on that billboard?
Very good.
Did you notice the 10-year warranty? Absolutely. You're a very smart plumber.
That's a strong selling point. Very strong.
Oh, I'm so glad that you saw it, and I thank you so much for calling in. Isn't that great? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was so nice.
That's fantastic.
It's nice to see that people see our billboards. We would never know unless we ask. I mean, you're just going to come and go, oh, I saw your billboard.
Well, it's not, that's possible. That can happen, but it's so fantastic to hear a call like that.
So now we're going to go back to, we're going to introduce our guests because they were very much a part of the billboards, weren't they?
The anticipation is killing Michelle.
It's killing me.
No longer hold this secret mystery guest in.
Well, this guest here actually has, I think 5 times since I've been there, applied for the marketing position.
5 times?
At least 5 times. But yet, I noticed for the graphic media position, that's the one that they really, really wanted. But I guess marketing's a part of it. So, but the problem is, as talented as they are, he is our general manager. It's so great to have our general manager here today. And we'd like to introduce to you,
yes,
Mr. John Spera, who actually makes this possible for Chuck and ourselves.
Yes.
Here he is. We were trying to hide him on you.
Good morning.
There he is. Yay! There you go. You got a standing ovation.
Another standing ovation.
Sit down.
Sit down, everybody. Oh, look, you're full fit.
There he is.
Look who came for him.
Thank you. Thank
See
you.
the-
Sit down, please. Thank you.
It's too much. You get the standing up there. They're in the building for you.
Wow.
Good heavens.
We're so glad you're here.
Capacity
I promise
crowd.
I won't call you boss. I always call him boss and he hates that. I'm chopping him off. There we go. So, Mr. Sperator, we are so happy to have you here today because without you, Chuck and I wouldn't be possible, that's for sure, as a team for this show.
Very true, yes.
And it means a lot that you actually came today. We weren't sure if he was going to come or not.
Harder to get a hold of than Saint Nick himself.
It's honest. Well, the hours that you're working with him because he's the general manager of 7 branches.
Yeah, I never see him, as a matter of fact.
God bless
I
him.
saw him for the first time in about 4 weeks. I'm just kidding. It was several days. And I was like, man, because he lets me do my thing. He gives me
Yes.
that creative control, which I appreciate. So I'm in my own world, my own universe, and he calls me, I'm there. And sometimes I don't see him too often. So I said, listen, I missed you. Where the heck have you been?
Were you working when I wasn't watching?
I don't know. He's this is a man that he'll do anything to get the job done, whatever it needs. If you're not there today or you're not doing the job right, I got to get this done. I'm going to do it. It's got to get done. And I'll talk to you later about it. And you'll be doing the job correct the next day, I'm sure. Right?
Thank you.
So-
but as you know, we have plenty of well-heeled, great employees.
Yes, we do.
Two of you there.
Well, we have employees that have been there. This is like I hate to say a selling point when you're coming to ACE, but if you apply for a position And you look around and you see people smiling and they've been there for over 20 years, over 30 years. Why wouldn't you want to check into that company and see if you could work for them? Because obviously they're doing something correct. And John, how long have you been with these?
32 years.
32 years.
But I'm not the longest running employee.
Who is?
Well, of course, Larry has Larry got a 50-year watch this year.
Yes, he
which
did.
is,
Lunch with Larry.
50 years.
Lunch with Larry.
Ed has been there over 32 years.
And Sheila?
Sheila's been about 31 years. So
Wow.
we have plenty of 30 plus year veterans.
Yes, you do.
So we're talking straight out of high school, right into ace, right?
I'm not going to reveal my age.
Well, I'll be 87 for my 30
Yeah.
years. I'll be 87 years old, and you will be too, but you'll only be what? 77. Oh, actually, you'll only be 70.
Yeah.
So, we have some time to put in there with
Well,
Mr. Sperator, don't we?
We do. And, I'm glad that the two of you did this show for a whole year. It's incredible.
It's great.
A lot of great topics, a lot of great guests. I've actually wanted to do an ACE radio show for many years, but we couldn't find someone who could talk for a whole hour until you, Michelle.
That's terrible, but that's awesome
So
too.
we're not going to give up now.
Yeah,
We're going to continue another year.
we're going to have another year. Why stop now, right?
There
And
you
it's
go.
just
You
going to get better and better.
The folks heard the official word that we're going to run another year here.
I hope that pleases everybody.
Fourth Saturday of every month, right here, 92.1, cruising 92.1 WVLT. And it's been a great time, and I'm happy we're going to continue that on.
I'm going to actually step it up, my game, step it up. Listen to me. First of all, let me talk English.
Speak,
Speaking of English, I'm going to step up my radio game this year. I have ideas.
How's that?
really?
I'm going to work with production.
Oh,
boy.
hmm
with Norm.
I am with Norm, and actually, it's with I think it's Paul. It's
does
Paul
it?
that I'll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Norm just quit.
No. Norm's got so much he has to do. Poor guy. I mean,
Very
look at the
busy.
computer in
Very
there. It's
busy man.
phenomenal, isn't it?
Very busy. He does a wonderful job.
He loves his job too, right, Norm? You love your job. I could tell. He's great, isn't he? Well, Mr. Sperator, I noticed that we brought in a new line a couple of months ago. It's not that I noticed. We all know about it. And
Oh, yes.
I got to tell you why I'm happy about it. I know the contractors are, but this yellow tee has nothing to do with my skin tone. That blue color for Shore Comfort Pros,
Mm.
it looks so good to me, boss. So thank you for bringing in a different color so I can get a different tee. different color tee. But I didn't
Is that all
know.
it's about? It's a fashion statement.
It's all about,
It's all
the
about
color of
fashion
the t-shirt.
statement.
My gosh.
Color.
The folks at Shore Comfort HVAC, which is a ring company, will be happy to hear that they're making a fashion statement
Mhm.
along with many fine HVAC products.
They have a
Yeah.
nice line. I mean, I even see the contractors when they come in, they're sticking their hand underneath the air conditioner because somebody did a walk around for them and said, put your hand under there.
Mhm.
And they do it and they don't get cut and they love it even just for that.
Yeah, they actually designed it for ease of installation, and the contractors have to love that because
Something with the motor. I didn't maintain that yet. You could do something. You could take that motor, put it over here somewhere where you couldn't do that with the other
We'll
ones.
have another year, so practice up.
I got to do lunch with Larry for the walk around. I'm trying to do a lunch with Larry.
so lunch
Segment.
with Larry Berman.
Lunch with Larry Berman. He
Well,
does
that's-
laugh when I say that, but I'm serious. I would like to have a segment 4 times a year
Yeah.
with the contractors and Larry. Lunch with Larry.
You know that would be a working lunch.
Absolutely working lunch.
Absolutely.
Because it's with the contractors and it's with Larry and it's during work hours, of course. We're going to do that. We'll just invite him and let him know.
Will this
We'll
be a
put it
Facebook
together.
production?
Most likely, because it's a pretty good idea, don't you think?
I do. I like it.
So, Mr. Sperator, what's
Hi.
up? Hi. How come you're here and not at the shop, Mr. Sperator, at the store? Is this your
It's a
day off?
off?
Is it really?
Partially.
And you joined us on, you never have a day off. You actually have today
Well-
off and you're here? I can't
I
believe
you
it, really.
told me.
She'll threaten me.
I told.
Look at the shoulders.
I
See
said
Chuck's
there'll be
shoulders?
trouble if you
See
don't
these
come on,
shoulders? Look at
everybody.
these arms,
No,
guys.
you stop.
Ooh.
Don't do that.
We laugh.
So,
We cannot-
I,
I have to ask Sean a personal question about
oh,
our building.
heaven's sakes.
Oh, boy.
John, our hallway, I have problems with when Chuck's in the hallway and I'm trying to get to you, with important stuff. the depth of the hallway, I think we have to make it bigger because I noticed since I've been with Ace, his arms got bigger and I can't get down the hallway. I can't get down the hallway.
It's the baby.
It's the baby.
Picking up that baby.
Picking up the baby.
That definitely does contribute. I'll tell you that. I tell my wife she does like sloths. She holds them, right? Sloths with them.
Oh, she is?
But
Good.
that's what they show in these magazines, you know?
That's
So
true.
you can do squats, you can lift them up in the air, do some shoulder. Basically, like you're treating your child somewhat like a kettlebell.
So no more
in these
can a
magazines.
woman say, well, I can't exercise. I just had a baby. I just had a baby.
Now
So
there's no
what's the
excuse.
baby?
You put the baby on your legs, you lift your legs up, you could do, a little bit of
I might have
leg
dropped
exercises
mine.
there.
I might drop the baby. I mean, you have to be so careful.
It's not a working mother these days. It's a working out mother.
Ah, working out mother.
That could be the title of one of those magazine articles.
It's pretty. Oh boy.
Look at that, folks. If you're with Women's Health magazine, you just have the title of your next article.
That's too
Courtesy
funny.
of John Spiritual.
Working out mother.
I have some PSAs I can actually get in before anybody calls or before we get all silly again.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
Okay. Let's start with. I really want to start with this over here. But June 25th, I have Zern going to Winslow, the Winslow location. You might want to check teamace.com for the time. It's going to be 11, but just so you can see what that's going to be all about.
And what are they going to talk about at Zone?
Cold expansion.
Pets.
Pets, cold expansion. I have to let my boss talk about that. Look, because I'm just learning about cold expansion. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. It's different. I didn't learn about it since I've been there, John.
Well, today there are many different methods of joining plumbing pipe, as we know.
There are, yes.
And at ACE, we try to appeal to as many people as possible. So we try to have every line available, whether it's insert PEX, cold expansion PEX, Pro Press, Mega Press. Today is a good day to be a plumber. There's a lot of new ways to join pipe. It's not the old-fashioned soldering anymore. So
It's a little cleaner.
cleaner.
Their hands are cleaner than when I was a little girl, let's say. It's not the
Yeah.
plumber that used to come in when I was like a little girl or a teenager. Their hands are clean. Their pants sometimes look a little dirty, but they're working. But
Well, listen,
it's all
sometimes
about the hands and the arms.
They're
They're
still
just so
going to
clean.
get like a septic issue every once in a while.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Thank
That's
God.
not- it's not very clean.
See a butt crack every now and again. Maybe.
I do. I do see that. I
For all
see
the kids
crack.
listening, say no to crack every stretch.
Not too much though. Not too much. It's usually the younger guys. It's not the older guys. It could be their style for plumbing. I don't know.
But
'Cause
the
they
younger
do see
guys-
it.
This style.
The younger
Crack
guys have it much easier than the old-time plumbers who
Yeah, for
had the
sure.
all-around heavy cast iron pipe. They have the
That's
all
true.
heavy copper today. The joining methods are much easier.
Mhm.
That's what it's the joining.
So a
method.
shout out to all you old-time plumbers
Yeah,
who
absolutely.
made the way easier for the next generation.
That's true.
Yeah, look at Mega Press, for heaven's sakes.
I know. That's the only one that I'm familiar with, since I've been with Nate.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's so much product for me. So, you want to learn product, Michelle? Oh.
I mean, the invention of PEX pipe or tubing, for instance. I mean, I remember my father had copper in his basement.
Yeah.
Copper pipes, and after a while, because of the water, if the water isn't treated, you'll have you said water.
I say water. The water. I say water. The
That's
water.
it. New Jersey accent coming out, Philadelphia.
Yeah, if they don't know where, the relatives are from New York, but
So
I
he
wasn't
would have-
born there.
There would be little pinholes that would eat through the copper and get sprayed in the face with some water.
Mm.
So that's not going to happen with the PEX tubing,
One time when I was a little girl, Mr. Barnaby used to be our plumber, and they said, him and his son said, whatever you do, don't flush the toilet. I said, okay,
Never flush it?
don't flush it. I guess they were working on it, and
Oh.
I flushed it and got in trouble.
Oh my God, I guess so. If
Yeah.
he was down outside.
So that's why you see me not
Secretary.
flushing the toilet at work, in case you guys were wondering why. It's like this traumatic thing from a plumber when I was a little girl. That's why.
That's why you don't flush the toilet at work.
I'm teasing you.
you.
The 25th also in June there's a big announcement going on in these 25th,
Yeah.
right?
The heck yeah, big announcement.
Maybe you can get the last name out properly for me because I never pronounced his name correct.
I thought you were going to do that, to be honest with you, because I've never said his last name.
Darren
Darren Desiri.
Desiri. See, I'm going to say Desiree.
That's what I
Darren
think all
Desiri.
the
Does
time, and I
anybody know
that's not right.
Darren?
Huh?
Tons of people know Darren.
Darren? Oh, yeah.
Darren's going to retire at a young age, going to Florida.
Mhm.
Him and his
He
wife.
is.
He's just going to
I'm
Florida.
actually sad because he only gave us 1 year notice. Who does that today? That's remarkable. He's a stand-up guy.
You know what? 1 year notice. Like, hey, John, when I sell the house, I'm going to go. Like, he wasn't kidding, was he? He said that to me. He goes, listen, when I sell the house, I'm going to go. And I'm like, yeah, right. Well, guess what? He sold the house and he's going.
Wow.
I think it's beautiful that he's young enough and healthy enough for him and his wife, and they get to go to Florida. And we got a big surprise for him on Tuesday. So
Oh, we do?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you yet. I actually used the business card. You'll get the
Oh, my
bill. I
goodness.
actually have some things in the car that came in from Amazon yesterday, so it'll be very nice.
What if he's listening?
I don't think he is. They're packing, so
Better not. Oh, he's not working today.
he's not working today. He's packing.
You're
So
safe.
and he doesn't know. I mean, I've been very secretive about it, so let's hope. No, I haven't. I know that you guys think I'm a big mouth.
Don't you boast that this station has thousands of coverage?
It has thousands of coverage, but that's okay. He'll get thousands of gifts now, and that's
Nice.
the whole idea. Send you off with a smile.
Now here's a question because I don't know this. How long has Darren been employed? with
Ah.
us?
Well, that's a good one. I would say 15 plus years
Yeah.
for sure.
First, I thought it was 11, and I think he told me he's going on 15 or 15 plus.
It's quite the run.
Wow, that's quite the run. What are
Yes.
you at? Where are you at with Ace?
I'm at about 94 years right now.
You got those
94.
shots, didn't you,
That's
Chuck?
dog-
Look
is
at
that
him.
Michelle
Yeah.
years or dog years?
Oh boy, I'm 3 years
No, I'm over 4. 4.5, I guess.
because you were April. I was April. Steve, that was the question. John, do you remember what month you started at Ace?
Me?
Yes.
I do.
You-
I
Wow.
remember the day, absolutely.
Good.
Whoa.
And what month was it?
In May.
He wasn't April like us, but you were close. Springtime.
Yeah.
Then and
You
May
say
what?
Larry goes on a hiring spree in April or May.
It seems that way. It seems that way. I guess he's like, okay, now it's time. Let me hire again. I don't
Well, that's when the
know.
houses are
After taxes and everything, it's like, hey,
the housing market's hot in the spring. You know?
that's true. It really
the
is.
employee market.
So, what was your first day like over there at Ace? You were
That
young.
was wonderful.
You were just a kid.
But more importantly, I remember hiring Michelle
Mm.
because 2,000 plus Facebook friends.
He
I
was
had
scared.
to call Larry and tell him that I hired Michelle because she blasted it out on Facebook.
Oh, he didn't know.
So 2,000 people knew it
Oh,
before
my
Larry
goodness,
did. So I had to
poor
call
Larry.
him just to
You
make
never
sure.
told me
Wow.
that story.
No.
And when during my interview,
Amazing.
Chuck, I do remember this very well too, because I didn't know Larry Berman. So I'm interviewing with Bob and John, and sitting back, shooting the stuff. How you say? I don't want to say the word shooting the stuff, right? And they go, so Larry comes. I go, this is Larry. This is Larry. I go, hey, hi. He's the owner of the company. I'm doing my usual comfortable. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
The owner of the company. I never know. He's a great man, quiet man around me, so I feel a little, different around Larry. I just try and keep my mouth shut because he's very.
He tries to get a word in every now and again.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
He's amazing with his focus. So I'm
Well,
hoping that I can learn something about.
Listen,
focus
if you have
from him.
lunch with Larry, you're gonna have him all to yourself.
Well, no. That's a segment I want to do for the contractors during business hours. Lunch with Larry, only 4 times a year.
Oh.
4 times a year, and approximately would only involve about 20 contractors, 20 of the best contractors.
That's a tough one. We have so many.
We have so many branches. We'd have to probably
Yeah.
get 40 out of each branch. So you might not want to do that.
Maybe a lunch banquet.
It would be a lunch banquet.
Yeah,
Wait.
definitely, for sure.
That's going to be coming up. You have a big birthday with Ace coming up. Ace itself as a whole, the company, 70 years.
That is a huge number.
That's phenomenal.
Mhm.
It is a long time, but it seems like a blip. I mean, it goes by in a blink of an eye, right?
It does.
That's
Four years
We're
good.
so
gone
busy
by,
there.
3 years
It's a
to go.
great,
Yeah.
it's a great,
Yeah,
it's
it's
great
hard
to
to
be busy. Some positions that people have, I don't know, I listen to people a lot and they complain, I'm waiting for the day to get done. Us, we're like, wow, it's fun. We go, truly too. We go,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, it's 5 o'clock, but I am the 5:01 train girl. Everybody knows that. Oh, it's 5 o'clock, Michelle's leaving. because
John loves
I work
that.
the whole time. Yeah, but I work the whole time. I'm not goofing off. You know what I mean?
I was accused yesterday of something very drastic.
Oh boy.
From your boss?
No,
Mr.
not from the
Berman?
boss. He loved what I did, but
Holy
Good.
mackerel.
So
Can we
got,
ask?
We got a new clock from Liberty Pumps.
Oh, I saw it.
And I hung the clock on the wall.
Oh.
So little did I know you have to pull that little plastic strip out from the battery. So it was about 2 o'clock for 3 hours. So we got extra work out of everyone.
Oh, man.
Ooh, good thing my clock's upstairs.
That worked good.
The A.O. Smith clock is in the training room now. That's funny.
Oh, man.
Now we know. Listen, if we look at the clocks downstairs and look suspicious, we have to go to the general manager. Yeah, like, I thought it was 3 o'clock upstairs, and it says 2 o'clock down here. What's going on?
Like the casino, take all the clocks out.
That's funny. Yes. Well, I don't want the clocks in front of the students, even though they're adults, the contractors, because you do look at a clock if you're in a class. You're like, oh, what time's this getting done? Even though the classes are enjoyable because they love them, you want to get out of there because you're sitting in one chair all day.
You know, when you're on an elliptical or a treadmill, the worst thing you can do is look at that clock. Thinking.
Yeah, I don't do that. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't get on the gotta breathe machines. Let's just stick with the toning with the weights for a while. I can't do anything now anyway.
You have experienced that. You never want to look at that clock because before you know it, you'll be staring at it, and then 1 minute lasts forever, and you just want to be distracted. Keep chugging on that thing.
You mentioned Liberty, and guess what? Liberty's actually going around. They're doing he's doing the ACE tour right now. Tom, he'll be in Vineland. I have to book him for Vineland, but next week he's going to be in Winslow. For Zern will be there, and then Liberty's going to be there too. Liberty's going to be in Summers Point, and I know the shore area loves the Liberty pumps because they just need them so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a top quality brand too.
So everybody should check teamace.com under the events, and you'll see all the counteraction days that we have booked with Liberty, Zern. I just finished touring with A.O. Smith and Navian. They're completely done. Zern, with the selling the product. I mean, every branch that he's going to, he's selling the tool. John, I don't know if they called you to tell you, but he told me himself. Pete, is his name Pete?
Jesse.
I'm sorry.
Jesse.
Oh, Jesse. I know. It's the last name I'm saying, isn't it?
Jesse Peters.
Yeah, well, now he's Pete.
And the cool thing is,
poor Jess. Changed your name. He's friends with me on Facebook.
Oh, man.
Getting a plug in there for you.
And just so people understand, Michelle, when you have a counter day, somebody might be listening to this and what the heck is a counter day?
We do a little different than anybody does in the business, I think. Do we, John? You would know.
Well, you do many more.
Is that what it is?
The number? I remember being corrected. One time I said 70, and it's like, no, the number is 85.
Well, I do remember that. Well, actually, from June to June, because I did some stats. We actually booked 90, 92.
If you go to teamace.com,
91.
there's an events calendar, and you can see all the days that are loaded in there.
Count them for me and tell my boss. Let him know.
Yeah.
Send me an email.
Well, there are so many new products out.
There are.
That's one way to get the word out to the contractors.
It is, and it's a hard thing because contractors are working, and listen, if there's a job to be done for my client, for my customer as a contractor, I'm going to get that job done. I'm going to take care of my customer first, second. You know what I mean?
Now, if you're a regular consumer, let's just say, right? I don't know. I need a sump pump. I don't know the brands. I'm not really that familiar with them. There's a Liberty Counter Day coming up. I think it's a great opportunity for the customer to come in and learn about the product as well. So
Absolutely.
This isn't just contractor centric. It's actually open to the public as well. So if you want some more information on a product, feel free to come on in. Absolutely.
Just like Jack Messiano called us up, and with the A.O. Smith, because he more than likely I'm going to see if he's in the EDGE program. Any contractor that's in the EDGE program that offers the A.O. Smith water heaters, they have a bargaining tool to help their customer out as well, because they're going to get money just for purchasing in the EDGE program.
Well, in addition to A.O. Smith being the number one water heater, ACE actually extends the already 6-year tank and parts warranty to as much as 10 and 10. So what we try to do is give a little extra to the customer. So if you are replacing a water heater at home, ask for the 10-year warranty. Why not? It's no charge.
Why have a 6 when you can have a 10?
Yeah, I mean, why
They're
not?
not paying
It's
extra
a little
for
bit
it.
of safety.
Yeah.
And peace of mind.
Yeah,
10
I'm
years.
not even gonna. I get so nervous. I learned anna rods, and I'm like afraid to pull mine out because maybe my water heater's no good. I'm afraid to even touch it because
There's
it's
a
been.
sale.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, of course, we recommend that you contact a licensed plumber to do some of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's the safest way, especially with gas valves. We talk to people about that. You want to make sure you hire a licensed professional to do those things.
So we do the A.O. Smith. I mean, we do the A.O. Smith. we sell a lot of A.O. Smith, and we're starting to sell a lot. I guess the contractors must be telling each other of the Shore Comfort line. And it's just a name that I didn't know that they were even aware of. I know that they know Rheem, and I know that Shore Comfort is manufactured by Rheem, but you see Shore Comfort first. You see that. And boy, it surely is comfortable, isn't it? Pricing wise for them and
yeah, absolutely.
comfort wise, it seems to be.
Yes.
And didn't you just finish something really nice for the contractors for Shore Comfort? Didn't you work hard on something? I couldn't get to you this month either.
The Edge, the Edge program.
No, I thought there was something for the pros. Shore Comfort.
Oh yes, we have a fantastic website. It's shorecomfortpros.com. If you have any questions about the Shore Comfort brand, you need a cooling or heating system in your home, you can check out shorecomfortpros.com. Check out the different features and benefits with each one of these units, and you get educated on that. And if you're looking for an installer, we have a locator on the website that you can check out. You punch in your zip code, and you will see a list of professionals in the area that can install that unit for you. So really great resources on that, shorecomfortpros.com.
I'm going to have to enter that in for an award for you this year, for sure. It was absolutely beautiful. For me to say that for a website, it's beautiful. It's a little strange, but it is. And the dealers that are the clothing that you design clothing.
Yeah.
You and John are designing clothing now for Ace. What is going on?
Yeah, so if you're in the field and you want to be part of our dealer program on shorecomfortpros.com, you can, of course, contact Bill Hacker. He's taking care of that for us.
Bill Hijacker.
They even have an area. We have an area on the website where you can select, gear for your staff. If you're in trade, we have T-shirts, we have hoodies, we have wool caps, we have magnetic signs. So it's kind of like this whole dealer program. Bill Hacker will explain more of that to you if you're interested in that. And that's just a good program all the way around. We have a great representation of it through shorecomfortpros.com. And everything is there that you could possibly want to know.
You're going to want to be a contractor when you look at that. You really are. And also energy. I wanted to bring up the Energy Star products.
Yeah.
And the New Jersey Clean, because didn't A.O. Smith win an award for Energy Star?
They did.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that. I mean, I didn't get to read that yet. I have so much material to catch up on. I just know that they got an award.
Everyone knows about global warming and how we have to be good stewards of the planet, of course. So, these awards are very important for, energy efficiency.
Yes.
You're going to spend less money as a consumer in powering these products. And the Energy Star they're on a lot of different products, actually.
They are.
They're quite big.
They are. I'm always looking for that because, we have New Jersey, the state comes in to teach the contractors New Jersey Clean. And if anybody that's listening, truly, whether it's a contractor or a homeowner, I really suggest the homeowner to check into this, NewJerseyClean.com, because they do have your refrigerator, your washing machine, your heater, I'm not sure about hot water heaters, but your heater, you can get a lot of money back. I just did it for my mother. I think for her refrigerator, it was like $150 you get back if it's Energy Star. So
Nice incentive.
Here's the bad part. If you are in the vicinity of your electric is through Vineland, because Vineland's privately owned, you might not get the big rebates. You know what I mean? And then I wanted to bring up, I know I go from one subject to the other, so there's so much to say.
Hey, listen, you know what? Actually, first day of summer was yesterday, right? I think it started yesterday.
It's getting hot in here. Oh, we didn't hook that up yet. Okay. Yes.
So, what are you paying attention to now, right? Vents?
Yes.
Circulation in the home?
Damper. Is that the right word? Did I do that right, Bill?
EWC dampers.
EWC.
I'll tell you what, I was impressed with the training that you had at ACE this week for the staff. I really was. I learned.
Do you know what EWC stands for?
Wait a minute. Something controls.
Pretty cool, actually.
It's very, very Go ahead.
Tell us, Chuck.
It is excellence without compromise, folks.
Yes.
EWC.
Wow.
Very
I
good.
wonder she has you here.
That's right.
I mean, I have to have somebody with statistics here, right? I just want to laugh all day. You know that.
But I learned an interesting thing in that seminar. Many people suffer from second floor being warmer than the first floor.
Oh, yes. It's a big problem.
And it is a problem.
It's a big problem.
The older single zone system. So the solution is to have your contractor install dampers in your system, and you have separate thermostats. So now you can have an equal temperature upstairs that you have downstairs.
Why and why is it just for the up and down? Like suppose you have a 3,000 square foot rancher, or does it make sense? Or maybe you don't want to do this. Actually, the mother-in-law. Maybe you don't want to do the mother-in-law apartment that's down the other end.
Do you mean you keep it hot so she doesn't?
Maybe your
the
temperature
mother-in-law's
wants to
weight?
be a little
So she
different than
won't
theirs.
move in.
Yeah, it's hot as heck in here. I'm
A little cold
sorry.
down there.
I mean, if you want to come, you can, but it's 300 degrees in there. I wouldn't
You
recommend
have
it.
to get your own
Your
thermostat.
mother-in-law may be listening, Chuck.
Oh yeah.
Well, listen, my mother can come whenever she wants.
Did
She's
you
a
love-
fantastic cook.
Just bring your pots and pans.
She was boiling octopus last night. For
Oh
goodness
my
sakes,
Lord.
to make a salad with.
This
Yeah.
woman is the pure Italian woman. Let me tell you.
Maybe you want to move in with her instead.
Yeah.
So we want the mother-in-law suite to be nice and cool. So Mr. Sperator, what do we do?
But if you have the traditional houses have one thermostat and it's downstairs. So how to solve that problem is by getting the zone dampers put in. Now you have two thermostats, one for upstairs and one for downstairs.
Okay.
Now you have even temperature, rather than the downstairs satisfying temperature-wise, and it's still hot upstairs. So
I hear staff, some staff, they live in older homes and
Mhm.
they go, oh, Michelle, it's so cold upstairs, or in the summer it's so
Yes.
hot. Truly.
oh, good.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Truly. Yeah.
You
So
can
they
do
weren't there
certain-
for the class though.
You can insert a fan as well, can't you, John? I believe a fan in the ductwork.
You
somewhere.
can, but the issue is still that the thermostat downstairs will shut off
Mhm.
because it's
Because it reached its
satisfied
temperature, yeah.
and
Mhm.
it's still hot upstairs.
Right.
So it's really an inexpensive solution to
It really is.
older systems that are maybe undersized, or the ductwork is not sized properly, or
Right.
you've added rooms to the home,
Mhm.
and you didn't change your system so that you still have the same capacity as the original house did. So
Right.
contractors, reach out to your contractors, and it seems like an inexpensive solution rather than installing two brand new systems.
And running around with those electric heaters for the winter, and they're trying to do those portable. I don't know. It's like $400 for that little portable air conditioner with the thing hanging out the window. I've seen it. I've seen them. I feel so bad for people.
Yeah,
Like
you don't want to have to
a
supplement.
friend of mine did that.
Yeah, you don't have to do that.
A retired vet, they did that because it seems like we don't even get me started on this, but it seems like the veterans, you can get heat, but they won't give you money to keep you cool.
Really?
Yeah. I don't want to get started.
Well, the thing is, we can live pretty much without heat, putting a coat on or a blanket, but who can live without air conditioning?
That's true. You can't breathe. People have heart conditions.
I would dare say that Florida would not be as populated. Nowhere
No.
near. If there weren't two things, air conditioning and white cars. You notice how many white cars are down there?
I
A
haven't
ton of
been.
white
No.
vehicles. White. So it reflects the heat.
He's fishing probably when he's down there.
He's full of statistics.
Who, me?
Yes.
He maintains everything.
You need the
I guess
AC,
everything.
folks.
What statistic are we? I don't. Everything he sees could be fall into a statistic, right?
Speaking of statistics, I as a GM, it's just a title. We
He
have
works hard.
a lot of great employees.
He works 18 hours a day.
We have plenty of 30-year employees, 20-year
Unbelievable.
employees.
Yeah.
Larry makes it all possible for us.
Yes,
Mhm.
he does.
It's kind of unique seeing people grow up together in this industry. They have children.
I didn't
Their
think of
children
that.
get married. Now they have grandchildren.
That's right.
That's
you know,
nice. I didn't think of that,
it
John.
is.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
And the flip side of that is,
Maybe I'll stay because
oh boy,
I want to see all the. Well, I've never stayed at a
Well,
place longer than 3 years.
I'm going to bring DeLuca in our department.
Right.
Eventually.
there you go.
Yeah.
We need.
Teaching.
So I can babysit.
Well,
Since
It's
my-
18 years from now.
It's like
That's
Not
all.
far.
Yeah, it's not far at all.
he's going to take your position.
I'll be the senior, okay?
Yes.
And then he's going to be, my assistant.
Yeah, gear him in. Already has a job.
The flip side of that, we have a lot of younger up and comers also,
Yes,
which you really need to sustain the company long term.
Yeah, for sure.
we do.
We're not going to be here 30 more years. And no matter what people say, they speak about millennials. There's plenty of good, hardworking kids that were raised properly.
Yeah.
And those are the types that will carry us into the future. So all the work that you two are doing, everyone in the company does, it's important to build on that younger generation so that the company can carry on.
I'm glad to see the younger generation working hard, and they do work hard at ACE, because what I always think is they're always with the phone, and everybody says, they're going to be doing technical jobs. Well, they're running out of technical jobs, but what's in high demand is who we supply for.
Well, you have to take their phones away, obviously.
You got to take their phones away, but they also,
It's a two-step process.
this is what they took in college. Now they're coming out of college, and there's no demand for what they went to college for because everybody took jobs. So what I'm saying is what we supply and who we supply it to is in demand. I see it all the time.
You're talking
Plumbers,
about technicians.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I always tell everybody,
Absolutely.
stay clean, be an electrician.
And really,
cleaner.
when you think about those things, we're talking about, and I've said this before, ACE supplies the creature comforts, okay? Heating, air, hot water, right? We sell the units, we sell parts for the units, and that's what we actually all take that for granted in large part, right?
Yes.
So when those things go down, you want them fixed like immediately. If you have a baby in a house like I do, you don't want your air conditioning to be down.
No.
You don't want the heat to be off in the winter. So it's an extremely important job in our society to keep our modern day society running. So if you're interested in those things, the jobs are there, they're in demand, and go for it.
Go for it, because they're going to get paid a nice amount of money as the years go on, because they're going to keep getting in demand.
Absolutely.
Because the children are actually geared to take everything technical.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're not actually making that technical platform, they're probably not going to have a good job to pay off their school loans.
Mike Rowe, the Dirty Jobs guy, did you ever see that on Discovery Channel?
No.
Well, he is a big proponent for if you don't know what you want to do with your life, you're not really a college guy or gal, you can go to learn HVAC business or plumbing, both.
Maybe I should watch that, because I don't know what we're going to do in our lives.
The good news is that industry is still not controlled by robots.
That's true, and it can't be.
It's
That's
gonna be a while.
That's why I'm
It's gonna be a
saying
while.
it'll be in demand. There's,
Sure.
they have the apps now, which is nice for the calculations and for your for all your like faucets and all that fun stuff. But for the
Yes.
contractor themselves, they have a lot on a platform for them. But to physically sit there and do the connection for plumbing,
There's still physical labor involved.
that's what they're going to get paid
But
for.
there are tools that make it a lot easier, like John was alluding to earlier. And, and all those tools we sell, that to make your life a little easier. So, folks, if you want to call us in at Cruising 92.1 WVLT, Ace Your Space, you have a question for us, question for John Spera, you can call us at 856
Call him.
696
We want a
0092.
question for him, don't we?
yeah.
Shout out to Ron Basolis, our heating engineer.
Yes, sir.
He'll be on.
Mr. Basolis.
One
Who's
guy.
done heating design for 30 years. Now it's so much easier that there are computer apps. The old-fashioned way was to get a catalog and a paper and a pencil.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
got the table
Drafting
in his
paper,
office
all
and
that
everything,
stuff.
and I see the drafting paper. I'm like, God bless you. I didn't know that Ron was, for him to have conversation with me. How would I know you're that smart?
We're spoiling these employees, aren't we, with all these newfangled apps.
New apps.
Ron, hide your computer. You're
Yeah.
listening. Put it away.
Ron might be actually doing probably a craft day with his wife today. She makes
That
great
could be.
crafts.
Yeah, but it's so important to get those measurements right. My goodness, you have an undersized unit or your ductwork isn't right. John, that can be a mess for some people, can't it?
Well, it would be an awful hot night and an awful cold night.
Yeah, it's important to get that right.
Like
So
when
we
we had.
have Ron Basolis, heating expert, make sure that those measurements are correct.
Yes, he's excellent, and hopefully he's with us for another 30 years as well. Is that what our limit? 30 years, we're saying?
We have no limit.
We have no limit.
As long as you can speak
You
for an
just-
hour, you have a job permanently.
Yeah, and as long as
No matter what you're speaking about,
you
it's
know,
okay, folks.
and you keep drinking that prune juice,
Yes, my
keep
grandmother.
that prune juice, folks. Yeah, you get up,
Wow.
go to work, get your prune juice.
So we're going to do a little bit of the lowdown around town,
Yeah.
right? There's a lot of things that are going on in
A little
our
bit of time
beautiful
left here.
city of Vineland
Absolutely.
and Cumberland County itself. This is interesting. Have you ever been to a fantasy fair, either one of you?
You
Like
mean
when it
where
was
you
in Philly and
dress up like a knight and
yes.
fight?
I go to a fancy fair every day at work.
First thing in the morning, Michelle.
Let's make it every day.
I'm wearing my night outfit on Monday.
I was a fair one.
You were?
I became a fairy while I was there. Yeah, that doesn't sound right, but
So,
female fairy.
so you've dressed up like they do these reenactments, or I don't know, it's like just a fun kind of thing for people to get together,
Yeah.
dress up like a wizard or something, right?
Yeah, and,
Nice.
makes everybody happy. It's fun being behind a costume. Nobody knows it's
Little
you.
A.
Little A.
You could have been. I don't know if he was in the Middle Ages, but why not?
Why not?
There's an alternate timeline.
In fact, maybe we'll do the
Ace is
fairy.
walking around in the village, kingdom somewhere.
Little A he's been sleeping for about 2 years, but he's going to come out of his cocoon, I think, next year for the birthday party. He's got to come out. He told me he had a new outfit, so he sleeps for a couple years. Ace Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical Supplies, 70 years
70.
in the year 2020. I think it's so cool how it landed like that, because that 2020 is going to be amped up all year, but so is Ace. 70 years in business. That's phenomenal. I know that the chamber did 100. We'll never catch up with them. That's okay.
Well, you can't.
70 years for a small business is
I
phenomenal.
think we'll hit 100 easily. 30 more. What's 30 more years? What's 30 more years between friends? You got 2 minutes.
2 minutes? Wow. Okay, so we'll go real fast.
Goes
That was
away.
really fast. So today and tomorrow, Wheaton Village, you actually have the Fantasy Fair taking place. Also tomorrow is the AB Run. It's the 5K run on the Avenue. You could do the ab.biz. But this, I want to get this one in. June 30th is the end of the kid-friendly food drive. It ends on the 30th. It did start back in May. It's so important to the credit unions got together. It's very important because the children, when they're out of school, they still need peanut butter, canned pasta, soups, macaroni. They need everything, granola bars, fruit cups. And actually, the credit unions, it's Bay Atlantic. You can actually donate there. You could actually donate to the Salvation Army. Feed our kids while they're out of school. Don't let them go hungry, okay? It does get done on the 30th. That just touches my heart, so I just wanted to get that. In fact, I have goosebumps saying that because we all eat, And also, as we wind up, any of you guys have a joke or anything?
I just want to say, in addition to Larry being there as the figurehead, all the great employees, I mean, you can't forget the customers that put us where we are.
We have great customers, and we're getting the 1 minute.
Absolutely.
The 1 minute, okay? An angry customer called the HVAC tech, but he was fuming, accusing him leaving the wrong air filters on his furnace. So the answer was, this is cute. You ready?
Yes.
You left me the 20 by 25 filters, and my furnace requires a 25 by 20. I guess you expect me to purchase all new filters. No, the technician responded. I expect you to turn them around.
Whoa.
Yo, that's your funny.
Wow, what a great way.
Thank you, Mr. Spera, for
Thank you,
joining
sir.
us.
Yes.
We appreciate it so much.
Applause.
Yay! This is Michelle Chatterchick-Lowe with Ace Your Space. Thank you so much, Chuck Shazer. This is Chucky Shoulder Shazer for a beautiful year. We're going to continue it.
Yes,
We
we
love
are.
you guys.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so
This has
much.
been Ace Your Space on Cruise on 92.1.
Bye. Ciao, ciao.
Okay. That's pretty good, isn't it?